Well, let's give him heck here. 10 damage presented, and every target actually puts a ton of counters elsewhere. So I'm pretty curious to see what they're actually going to do here. Exile you, we can spread out these counters everywhere. Whoops. Okay. So they eliminated a 4-powered creature, but we put 4 power worth of counters elsewhere. And if they run it back, we basically do the same thing. Welcome back, I'm Dr. Ruckus, and today in top 1% Mythic, we're having a little bit of a rant about Standard, which I don't usually do, but we're playing a new card from Foundations, the Wilt Leaf Liege in Selesnya. Liege, tribal-ish. This is a 4-mana elf knight creature. Other green creatures you control get +1/+1. Other white creatures you control also get +1/+1. If your creature is both green and white, you get +2/+2. That's the bit. That's what we're doing here. Has some other text too. If a spell or ability an opponent controls causes you to discard this card, put it onto the battlefield instead of putting it into your graveyard. I played one warm-up game in the play queue against mono black. They had me discard a card. I discarded this. I put it onto the battlefield and they scooped immediately. It was very satisfying. So a little bit of extra text there. Why am I not running 4? I told you I'm running Selesnya Liege. Why am I not running 4? Because I want to build good decks for you and I want to show you new cards. But if we're playing a white aggressive deck, it's almost impossible to justify not running 4 copies of Knight Errant. This card is kind of just too good not to run, so we're opting for 4 Knight Errants, and I can justify putting in 2 slots for this, but it's a little bit hard to hit 4 lands in your aggro deck consistently, so I don't think I want all 4 of them in there, unless we like totally rework the deck to have like some more card draw on 2, or like some more, you know, card draw on 3, something to help hit those lands on time. Otherwise, we're just going Knight Errant all the way, which means we have a lot of 1-drops. We got 12 of these in there, including the Dryad Militant, which is both green and white, so it comes in as a 1-mana 2/1 and could potentially be a 1-mana 4/3, which is a pretty good rate. Also, we got some cards that like kind of some incidental graveyard hate in here. The Dryad Militant, if an instant or sorcery be put into a graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. Kind of huge against Oculus type decks. Keep that graveyard clean. And also the Veteran Survivor. At the beginning of your second main phase, if it's tapped, you can exile 1 target card from a graveyard. If it has 3 or more cards exile with, it gets +3/+3 and hexproof. That's a huge boon. And also, since you're tapping this thing to convoke for Knight Errant, you can get that effect quite a lot. That's really nice. We got some 1-mana 2/1s that hit hard and also have some graveyard hate. And graveyard hate is kind of one of like the most important niches to hit. If you can cover that with your deck as well, you're really getting a lot of upside out of the deck. Then the rest of the deck, like there aren't too many good green and white dual colored creatures, so we're running the Seraphic Steed. I don't know how those cards are pronounced. It's 2-mana 2/2 first strike lifelink. When it attacks while saddled, you create a 3/3 white angel token with flying. It's actually kind of a lot of value if you can pull it off, so you can go turn 2 Steed into turn 3 Wily Duke. You saddle with the Wily Duke. Wily Duke gets tapped, you gain a life, draw a card, attack with the Steed, get your first strike lifelink, and create a 3/3 angel. It's so much all in the same turn. And this card also benefits from convoking with Knight Errant, because again, if it's tapped, you gain a life and draw a card. Monastery Mentor is kind of one of the only other playable white and green cards we have. Just gets bigger the more creatures you have, and we're running lots of 1-drops, so that's so good. Malira, always been a good card. 2-mana 3/3, can't complain about that. Kellen is not a green and white creature. It is a white creature, so it only gets 1 single +1 here, but I thought about including it. We have the must of 4 Shelter by Ghosts to deal with mono red, and yeah, that's kind of it. We're doing the thing. We're doing Selesnya Liege. Enjoy the gameplay. Let's dive right in. On the draw, it looks good. My other complaint about Standard, I don't know what order this video will come out. I kind of rearranged the order in terms of like what I think would be interesting for you guys to watch, which is why sometimes the videos are in different orders. Sometimes the rank, you know, up and down doesn't make sense. Sometimes cards come in and out of the deck as I figure things out. In case you're confused by that, I should probably explicitly say that in every single intro. But also it's good for the algorithm that people get confused and leave comments like, why is this card in the gameplay but not in the intro? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, maybe we could get a big mentor if we get a 1-drop. But as I was saying in one of the videos, either the gameplay before this or later, I was saying Shelter by Ghosts and then at least 1 piece of like Mouse Hero Trample Double Strike should be, I wouldn't mind if they're banned. Not because they're so powerful, but they just distort Standard so much, I think. We can get a mentor down here. The only other thing I'd be interested in seeing going is, as I've also explained, it feels like a lot of games come down to who gets the draw engine first. So if you Beanstalk on 2 and your opponent doesn't, that kind of feels like game. So could we double Shelter here? I think we could. It'd be very hard to remove after that. What about Cut Down? They could go land Cut Down specifically. We could wait a turn with the Liege, but they could blow it out. I actually don't think double Shelter is a bad thing. If they Liliana, we also lose. But this deck has, you know, 12 2-mana removal spells. And if we can stop that, I think it's worth going for. Pretty weird stuff, but it gets bigger as soon as next turn if we can go a single turn without them killing it. Tap land, so it's not land disfigure. Jace. Can't target me. You can draw as much as you want. Could hit the sweeper. Mill us. Sure. Alright, let's do some stuff. I think we're taking the Jace. Give him fewer turns to draw into the sweeper. But yeah, the other thing I think I kind of gripe with a little bit is it just feels like sometimes if you beanstalk on 2, you win that game. You know, if you're the white enchantment on 3 that copies your tokens, that deck's not quite as good, but you can just win that game on 3. And then if you annex on 3 and get your draw engine, then you win a lot of those games. Let's see, I guess we'll play this for combat. I don't hate it. And my solution has been like, it's not enough to run 4 draw engines. You have to run 8 draw engines. Either, you know, in your beanstalk deck, you got the 4 extra flood pits. You have 4 annexes, but then you also have 4 duresses to get rid of your opponent's draw engines. You got 4 beanstalks, but then you got, you know, 4 something else in there. Like, basically my solution has been to run 8, so that even if your opponent happens to have one of their 4 on the opening hand, you have twice as many chances to like go even to even with them. Oh boy, it's this deck. So I guess we lose soon-ish. Let's see if they can get it back. They just discarded that, right? So they have the extra 1 in hand. Let's see how this plays out. I don't think the game's actually over just yet. So I don't hate that part of standard, but oh, they finally have enough mana to pay for both. That's fair. It held them off for a little while. Okay. Well, they do have to beat us from 35, which is a non-trivial task. And we do have a 6/4. So we'll see how they handle that. They can slam the Virtue Persistence and get back who? The Executioner, I guess? That's probably what they do here. Can they beat us before the Archfiend kills themselves, though? They're going to try. They do have the mill land, which is very annoying. So we need a top deck that's not a land here. So they get back the Executioner, they attack with the Reef, they mill us by 4. We have 2 cards left. Man, I think we're attacking with the Duke. If we attack with both, they drop to 2. And we try to top deck their removal spell. I think we lose basically every which way. Because, oh, I guess they can't Restless Reef next turn, actually. That's interesting. Because I want to play the Demon here. I think it's no attacks for now. I don't think there's really a clear path to victory for us. So they get back the Demon. All the cards, you know, except for 6 go. They can't Restless Reef this turn, but they can next turn. I'm not really sure there's any card in our deck that would get us through the 6/6, through 8 life, through the second Demon. You know, pick off the Reef where they can mill us. Oh, they get it back for free. Never mind, what was I thinking? I thought they had to cast it. Yeah. No, we're done here. They attack with the Reef. They chill. Not a big game. They don't attack with the Reef. Oh, it didn't... Ah, it was not cast. Oh, man, it was not cast. Well, that's interesting. Now they have to win with the Archfiend. I totally missed that. I've never seen that card be animated like that. Well, I mean, we're just going to wait until the Archfiend kills them then. And they now kind of need to top deck a way to kill their own Archfiend by next turn. Okay. Yeah, you got 1 turn to hit the draw spell. What does this thing do? It's creature land? Yeah. 1 turn to hit the removal spell for your own Archfiend. Land. Okay, so that gives them 1 more... Oh, I thought they're going to use it to draw. They must already have it in hand then. It's 29? I mean, they have to kill the Archfiend or they lose. I guess the good game is because they don't have it all, yeah? They're sad. I mean, they can still... Can they upkeep stop? Maybe? If they do hit it, what do we really want to kill here? Probably just, let's see. Put it here. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. I mean, they must not have their removal spell. They have to use it on the Archfiend. I guess we can take the 6/6. Maybe we take the Executioner. I don't know if they can put the upkeep stop, or not. Oh, they do have it. They're just pretending. They're being a total weenie. They're trying to, like, juke us into a bad play. They do get the extra draw here. And they get back the Archfiend again. I was trying to talk more about standard, but now I got distracted. I'm surprised I didn't get the Archfiend back. Okay. What is that, man? I mean, they could have, like, a -2/- sweeper. I don't really know. It's obviously not an oops. I'm just not really sure. Like, I guess it's Disfigure is what it is. And I don't really care. So we'll go no blocks. I mean, they think they're being smart by doing this stuff, but they probably have Disfigure in hand. They're trying to be cute. I thought it was kind of cute at the beginning, but now I just think it's annoying. Alright, land is not it. Okay, you can stop being an asshole. So they have the same play here. They can still Disfigure through the Steed. which really don't have any good attacks. We just use lose wily if we attack. Hey, you can stop. Edict, sack a creature. We can get rid of the Liege, I suppose. Neither creature's particularly impressive right now. And they should have enough mana to disfigure, which is what they had in hand the whole time. Or another sack creature. That's fine too. Okay, I'm about over this player. You're not supposed to use the C word on the internet. It's not very nice. But that's about how I feel. And we can scoop from here because we can't really win from this position. Anyway, I like Standard. I wouldn't mind seeing Shelter by Ghosts, one of Monstrous Rage, Mouse, or Hero banned. And then if they wanted to play around with any of the draw engines, that it's less like, all right, you hit your draw engine on 2 or 3, the game's over. I wouldn't mind that either. We'll call it there, though. On the draw, it's okay. We got the Steed into the Wily Duke. It's mono red again. Okay, I'm gonna add one more to my standard rant. This is something I've actually said before. I think I said this a year ago. And it is what I would want to see to improve the standard gameplay experience. I don't think they really have much stick there. But we get a little bit better if we don't go block. I don't know if they have anything, actually. Unclear. We might have been able to block the Swift Spear there. So that's interesting. We could go for it. It dies to shock, which is not really where you want to be. Ideally, if we can wait, we should wait. The Mentor's not the best one. Probably Steed is a little bit better. Neither's really great to weld the Shelter. We might try to block, because I don't think they had anything with the Swift Spear last turn. So the other thing I would want to do with Standard to improve the experience is to... Let's see what they do here. Yeah, Lightning Strike, that's fine. I don't think they have anything. So we can try to take out the hero here. Yeah, I didn't see any stick before. I don't think they have Monstrous Rage. Down to 11. I want to talk about Standard. I have to do this a little bit first. Okay. I think we play the 4-2 and try to Shelter and hit with Lifelink every turn. See if we survive. So what I want to do with Standard is they can keep the regular Standard queue if they want. And create a new queue called, like, Standard Balanced. Maybe that's not the right word because it implies, like, gameplay balance. There is sticks. They have something. Alright, you got it, dude. Double up that. Okay. Down to 4. So... we could Mentor Shelter by Ghost this turn. If we drop the Liege and they attack all, and we block the Swift Spear, we take 2, 3, 4, so we die. So that's not really good. If we play the Mentor, we take the Hired Claw. That is a lot of their damage. We drop to 3. If they whiff, we do live. We have to take 1 point of pain land damage. But they could hit land. And we could always block if we had to. And I don't get to explain what I want to do with Standard. Do you whiff or not? If they attack all, it doesn't seem like a whiff to me. We have to block here, basically. We actually don't have to. They could whiff. I think if they have anything, they're going to win no matter what. So I think we actually go no blocks here. Down to 1. I think the last card's a land. Alright, sucks to suck. We cannot play out everything here. We could basically do double Paw Patch. Try to get the Mentor big enough. Alright, 4-4 lifelink. Get in there. We're up to 5. That's a good start. So make 2 different queues. You want to keep regular Standard queue? Fine. Make a new queue called Standard Balanced. Hold on. They still have nothing in hand. We have to block one thing here. It cannot be the hero. So we could trade here and take 4 and have that be enough. Last card is still a land in hand. I guess we could map token. Maybe Wily's just better. Maybe it's still just this. Although, quite honestly... Actually, this isn't so bad. Because if we can attack and get more creatures, we make the Mentor bigger. We might still want to chump block someone. We can't chump block the Nemesis, though. It's still just this. I don't think we use the map token. We kind of need every life we can get. We're hoping they still whiff on land. So we can block the hero here. This drops us to, again, back to 1, which is fine. We can't really block the Nemesis because we need the lifelink. And if they have anything, they just win. But so far, I think they're still just hitting land. And they have 1 more land in hand still. We keep trying to lifelink up. before combat as much as we can. We're not really able to block the Nemesis so well anyway. We'll hold back 2 blockers. Okay, down to 5. We're almost there. I know you guys are frustrated because I can't explain my point. 2 Qs. 2 Qs. The second Q is, it's not random. Like, you don't have a... We just have to take this still. We don't have to at this point. We basically have lethal on the crackback. They scoop. Okay. I'm going to finish my thought. I'm so sorry. You guys are probably very frustrated. 2 Qs. The Q that I think most people want to get into is, even if the meta, even if like 25 to 30 to 35% of players are queuing up as mono red, only, like, let's say there are, what, 25 different color combinations for the most part. You could even multiply it by 3 to have like aggro, mid-range, and control. But like only 1 out of 25 or like 1 out of 75 mono red players will ever make it into the standard queue with everyone else. So you only can play against 1 color combination or 1 color combination by speed, like aggro, mid-range, control, a very small percentage of the time. So that means like every game is going to be very different. Like you're going to play, well, Sultai Reanimer is not a good example. You're going to play like, who doesn't get played? Teamer's okay. What's like the worst color combination out there? Like Rakdos. You're going to play more Rakdos than you used to. I don't know. What's the worst 3 color combination? Bant's okay. Abzan, I think, is okay. Maybe Naya? Yeah, maybe Naya's the worst. Like, you'll still play Naya some percentage of the time. But most importantly, you'll only play mono black either 1 out of every 25 games or 1 out of every 75 games. And you only play mono red 1 out of 25 games or 1 out of 75 games. Everyone else, if you are spamming the most popular decks, which is fine because you like doing it, you won't have a longer queue time. It's just, instead of getting dropped into the game that's like very evenly distributed amongst color combinations and speeds is what I'm calling it. If you don't make it in that percentage of the time, you just go into the other random queue where you'll play much more mono red and much more mono black. So basically, if you want to do anything different, you get to play against all sorts of decks. So every game's different and exciting and new and fresh and fun. And if you want to spam mono red and mono black, you can. You'll just pair up against those opponents way more often. So basically, you get rewarded for trying different things. And if you want to play the most powerful thing, you can. But you won't get punished for playing new things. That's like one of the frustrating things about, probably a flaw in what I did this past month, is getting to Mythic so quickly, right in front of a set release, means that now when I want to try out something like the Wilt Leaf Liege, and I have to do it in Mythic, it's like, I know this isn't the best card. I know this isn't going to make like a top deck in standard. I want to play it for you guys. I want to try a different deck. Like, I want to show it off. But I'm punished for trying new things because if they're like even a tiny bit suboptimal, I know I'm going to run against mono red and Boros red and mono black all day, every day. So it just feels kind of, it's less exciting to try out new things. So I think that queue would be very cool. Let me know what you think in the comments. On the draw, we keep this. Nef Halem, look at this land art. Oh my god, that's beautiful. My goodness. You know, I don't really shell out a whole lot for alternative arts, but sometimes I actually love all the mice art. It's too bad that card is so prevalent everywhere. But I do love all the mice art. I think they all look fantastic. This art looks fantastic. I would absolutely get that if it was free. If I didn't have to spend any money on it, I'd totally get it. Looks very cool. Like, I played one guy a week or 2 ago, and I called him out as being like a very nice opponent. We had a great match or game as far as I'm concerned, and he had decked out he had the mouse sleeves, every mouse, alternative artwork. It was very flavorful. We had a good game. I thought it was a great experience. Like, I do think artwork adds a lot to the game. As silly as some of you might think that sounds, I really think it's true. I don't think we shelter the Maze Mind Tome away, especially into like a possible removal spell. I think we're just Knight Erranting here. We'll see how close the Sunfall gets. What do we want? So we have the next land. I mean, you're going to be huge. And then maybe just another 2-drop to go with it is kind of where we want to be here. We could also just Wilt Leaf Liege next turn as well. They take the Scry and not the draw, so they want to cast something for 2 here, like a Get Lost. I'm not really sure. Yeah, they must have something, otherwise I don't know why else you'd do that. Got a text message that says, shaggy hair for Thanksgiving? Hard pass. Let's fix that. Your chair is waiting. Okay. We'll play a land here. Let's see. 4-mana open. I think we want to continue to go wide as much as we can. We don't know if Sunfall's there yet. We'll find out soon enough. Get that steed down. Let's see, I don't know if I should say this on YouTube or not. I feel like it's okay. Like a month or so ago, I went to get my haircut at that place, and the barber actually asked me out on a date, which was quite nice. It's not often that really happens so much. We went on a date. Was not the best fit. Was not the best fit. I feel like I shouldn't say anymore. Like, I don't want to say anything mean. I have nothing mean to say. I have nothing else to say. I think it'd be a funny story to tell, but I'm also too nice to, like, really do that. I feel like they would kill the steed if we tried to saddle it. I don't even know if it's worth doing that. I am willing to play a Liege, though, and maybe even a map token. Alright, it's the counter. I don't think we steed, but I also don't think we need to get the map token off the Kellen. I think we could spread this out. Do you really want to sacrifice damage? Maybe it's worth it. Let's see. We could get the 3/3 Angel. I'm still paranoid about Sunfall, but they haven't shown it to us yet. This is quite honestly a good top deck. I mean, if they don't have the sweeper yet, we might miss the saddle opportunity there. That's okay. I didn't really want to saddle anyway. Yeah, I feel like I have some funny stories to tell from that interaction. I also just, like, don't really want to belittle someone for amusement for the audience. I would tell my friends in private, but I don't think I'd tell you guys on the internet. I don't know. It's weird. All right, lose all my stuff. That's too bad. We have, like, a semi-okay follow-up here. But the tap land doesn't help. So I guess we can, like, map token here. Yeah, lockdown. We could actually, right now, go ahead and nab that. If they have the removal spell... Yeah, let's make them have it. Okay. Let's see if they kill the Kellen and take it all back anyway. They got 5 cards on hand. One of them's got to be a removal spell, right? Would not be surprised. Ooh, it's not. They get to dig for, if they have untapped land removal spell, that'd be interesting. But now they can't pay it against the Kellen. We have nearly lethal presented. I think we just kind of shove for lethal here. 2 mana open, they could pick off the Mentor. I think we're going for it, because once Kellen goes down, our life gets a lot worse. They have 5 cards in hand. They must have a removal spell, right? A Get Lost, or a something. We could take the entire turn to Knight Errant, which is kind of silly, but it could be done. Or we could do just like one of them. Let's try just you and see what they want to do. Because I can't target you anyway. Yeah, we can bin that. And then I think we'll try to Knight Errant here. So, that was kind of a bad pick. It's not so good against Sunfall, but it's a little bit better against the next, Actually, we can probably save that one more turn. We'll see how this goes. Do nothing. Alright, so it's got to be Sunfall or the next lockdown here. Or that. That does it too. Take our map token. Another tome. Must be nice. Okay, let's play some rabbits. And let's play this with more rabbits. Scry 1. I think Day Judgment's good. I haven't seen too many people play it yet, but I think it should be played. 1 mana cheaper is like so valuable. Yeah, it's not quite as good against some of the reanimation stuff, but I bet it's good. I think you want some of that in there. We don't really need the 4-drop, I don't think. I think I'd rather hit him for 2 with the last guy. They don't counter it. Cool, we get 2 hits. I don't think we need to overextend anymore. We'll try to hit him for 2 here. Like, I would be running 4 lockdowns if I was running this deck, so it's nice to have some things that are 3 or more power. Or sorry, 3 or more mana value. Down to 7. We don't need to overextend. There are going to be more Day Judgments. There's going to be Sunfall. There's going to be 4 lockdowns. But hitting some 3 and another... yeah, right. Top 8. Go dig for the next sweeper. That's kind of sweet. Sacking the lockdown. I mean, I guess that only works sometimes. I mean, if you can sack the lockdown into the Sunfall, give them back all their creatures, it's actually a pretty sweet sequence there. Wonder how many of those you can run. Also, lockdown pairs were with the Maze Mind Tome. I actually don't know. I guess you just hold on to Maze Mind against certain opponents. Deal with it later. Feels like old school control. Yeah, we should do a control deck soon. Wow, that's it. Alright. Well, let's give him heck here. 10 damage presented, and every target actually puts a ton of counters elsewhere. So I'm pretty curious to see what they're actually going to do here. Exile you. We can spread out these counters everywhere. Whoops. Okay. So they eliminated a 4-powered creature, but we put 4 power worth of counters elsewhere. And if they run it back, we basically do the same thing. We might actually have them here. Hold on, hold on. I think we get the 2 tokens. They could have a Flood Maw bounce, so ideally you put it here. Oh, that's... Hold on. Who's getting... You're getting Get Losted. Yeah, put there. Okay, we're still presenting lethal. I mean, that might have done the game in. Okay, I mean, I think that's it. Yeah, wow. Dude, the Paw Patch. Very interesting. Really tough for the opponent to use target removal against that. On the draw, it's okay. We actually got something to do on 1. Look at Kellen showing up. Alright, I think we're going to ignore that. And we're just going to drop a 1-drop. Instead, could always shelter by 2. We don't really want to. None of these guys really wield the shelter that well. Ideally, you get something with a little bit more toughness, so it survives Lightning Strike and Shock. Oh, it's actually Rakdos here. That's interesting. Jeez. Monstrous Rage, I guess? And like the 1-mana 3/2. I don't think we block into that, per se. Let's see if they just level it up. Okay. Ah, it's Lizards. I don't play Lizards that often. I kind of forgot that deck existed. Go for the throat, doing all the things. You got it, man. Mentor is a good shelter target in general, but probably Kellen's the best thing we can do here. Because we're not going to have another creature to go with the Mentor next turn anyway. But we could strip out their blocker, and attack, and get the trigger, and get some lifelink. Ooh, do nothing. 1 black open. How do you feel about that? We really want to get rid of the Mentor, don't we? If we can. We don't know if they have the cut down, but I think you'd see it and they would attack, so I think they don't have it. So I think this is a fine shelter turn. And we take the Gecko. And if they want to block with the Mentor, they lose the Mentor anyway, which is the only card we really care about. And we'll still get a draw trigger. So if they really want, they can double block. They don't. Okay, I think we're kind of good any which way. Alright, they do get the Mentor triggers now. It's a cut down, which doesn't hit, and that exile guy. Play the Gecko, make some more mana. Play the discard. So we don't have the Liege in hand. I think we just bin the Thrawn Portal if we can. What do they pick? If they pick one of our 2-drops, it's more awkward for us. Because then we can't double spell this turn. Alright, 1 2-drop's gone. It's a red. The Steed is next. I think it's still attack here. Take our trigger. They can double block if they want. Lots of Steeds. I guess it's the draw discard. Alright. And then, I think we'll do 1 Steed and 1 Mentor. Actually, if we hit the untap land, maybe 2 Steeds could be good. Then the Mentor would have 4 power. We could do a double saddle next turn, for whatever that's worth. Okay, 2 damage to the face. We do have first strike, though. And if they don't read the card, they might run into it. What do we got here? Jasper, that's a card. Take the land. Another Gecko. Okay. So this is kind of a good double Mentor turn, actually. They'll each have 4 power. Submit 4. Saddle up, boys. Get them. Make some angels. They had a good set of double blocks. And the 2/3 can eat one of them. Fair enough. can be maybe more whites. We could double block this, which isn't so bad. It's currently their way to ping through damage. What else we got? Another hard claw. Let's see if Jasper comes down. That would be a pain. That's a huge card for us. I think we do this too. We'll go manual taps on white though. Is it vigilance? No. Tap you, get the draw, get the life. Only one. Nice. Okay. Kind of a big whiff there. Is it shuffled in the bottom? Menace? Okay. Well, we have major regrets not taking the Mentor with the... I mean, I think eventually they were going to kill it anyway. I was hoping they would double block. That's not how that went. I thought they would be afraid of Kellen, and they wouldn't want to give us Kellen value every turn. But they didn't double block with the Mentor. So the Mentor has put in a ton of work this game, which has punished us pretty hard so far. I mean, we do have decent attacks here. Basically, everyone can get in there. Trade there. Double block there, still keep one of them. We'll get rid of the Vine Lasher, I think. Actually, I think we'd rather get rid of the potential draw engine. Drop to 1 with a 3/3 flyer, so that has to be answered. Okay, I feel like that's not lethal though. So they need a removal spell for the 3/3 off the top via the Mentor, basically. Okay, this is kind of weird. I guess they're assuming if they do hit the removal spell off the top for the 3/3, how much they need back to survive the 4/4 tramples. Drop to 11. Here they come. It's not a removal spell, so I think we get them off the flyer here. Down to 10. Again, they can't block the flyer. So that should do it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if we go back, we can take the Mentor with the ghosts, and then just kind of sit there and do nothing for a while, and then eventually they pick it off and get it back. Maybe it was a mistake. They gained a ton of cards over the course of the game off that card. I just really thought they would block the Kellen and not want to give us the card draw engine every turn. On the play, it's a keep, although it's a little bit tight on green here. All right, here we go. Laz with the Mulda 6. Boros, again. Hero, okay. Cool. Don't think they'll trade away their creature. And if they do, we're pretty happy with it, but they don't. Alright, let's see how high they can stack this thing. Shelter by Ghosts. Great. It's a good card to have. Be glad you had it. To the face. Guess we got a number of those guys around. Who's better, the recruit or this guy? I guess we can attempt to double block some of this stuff. I don't know if we'll ever get there. Yeah, I mean, that'll do it. 6/5 first strike. Cool. I guess we can trade here. Or like try to trade both here. I don't know. We could still top deck our own shelter. It's not over yet. And if they have the rescue, then that's just game. Oh, baby, we get there. Goodness gracious. Whew. Had me sweating, deck. Come on. Take me to church. Auto pay. Give me that back. Swing for 5 lifelink. It's a game, boys. Another plot. Another ruckus. Alright, let's get him dead soon. We got no time for that. Place stuff before combat. Get the mentor bigger. Okay, for 9. It's looking good. It's looking like a comeback. I'm smelling the scoop. I'm sniffing it out. I think it's coming. I don't think they can take it any longer. They got the turn 2 shelter. It wasn't enough. 1 creature, right? No, 2 creatures. They're done. They're acting like they have something here. I don't think they have anything. Nah, they're just letting us win. The old-fashioned way. I still don't have any respect for you. None. None whatsoever. You don't earn it by letting me get the killing blow. It doesn't work that way. On the play, like against mono red, it's kind of fine. I mean, we'll see how this goes. Not my favorite opening hand. It's black. This is not a good start. I don't want to see the next shelter. All of this is very concerning. Looks like they have no stick here. We could just shelter now to throw them off their, I'm going to do this anyway. It makes their next removal spell unable to hit. They'd need specifically Shelter's Edict. And people run like, what, 1 or 2 max of those? Demon. Blue-black demons. Alright, well, that card also is good. I'm okay with our decision still. It wasn't really going to get a whole lot better from here. Okay, if we hit the land, it's good into the Duke. Demon again. Interesting. Well, we're getting in there. We're trying to. I'm ready for that next removal spell to come out. Not yet. Okay. Militant. It's feeling slow here. We need that next land desperately. Nowhere to run, part 2. Take my valiant steed, I imagine. Oh, they want to take the militant? You want sorceries and stuff in your graveyard? That seems strange. I feel like you wouldn't really care about that. Cool, not helpful in this matchup per se, but lovely showing up. You can just hang out in the corner till we run out of creatures. Nice little exile effect. I like that. I like that. Oh, that's new. You don't see that card every day. Alright, are we done? I think we're done here. I don't think I need to say any more of that. There's no more to be seen. We get out of here. We run away. We go to the next one. On the play, looks pretty good here. You are only green, but that's fine. I guess technically we could save the recruit for turn 3. Kutzel's interesting. See how that goes. Alright, Boros things. Cool. Doubt they block. They need all their little resources. Okay, we're tight on white. So we'll just do it like this. A lot of 2/1s out in force. Okay, suit up, do the thing. That's a card. I mean, can we go for it? Otherwise, we wait for them to tap out. I don't think our options really get much better from here. I think we gotta try. Okay, they did not have it all. Down to 11. Take you. Aggressive. We hit the land. We play the Kutzel. Draw a card. Off the survivor base. Or power being higher than the base power. Nice. I don't think you get out of this one. Nope. Not this time. Good game. On the draw, this is very solid. Opponent takes the mull to 6. They're on mono red. So if survivor doesn't matter against mono red, I think I'd rather go militant. In case we hit a liege, it's a little bit bigger bump. Looks like it's dying here. Anyway, that's okay. We're looking for a single turn to Shelter by Ghosts, and hopefully slowly run away with the game. Killing's not bad with 3 toughness. Yeah, it looks like we're going to lose these creatures too. I kind of want to play the Mentor here, because if we hit land, we could, I mean, the 1/1s are much better with the Knight Errant. I think if they want to burn a Lightning Strike, they can burn it here. Counter argument is this is one of the only creatures that can outgrow Lightning Strike. But playing a couple 1-drops into Knight Errant is going to be very good. Two nothing. More removal in hand. Okay. I mean, we're almost to that critical turn. Yeah, we'll just play you out for 2 here. And then we'll play the Militant. Actually, they're probably going to kill the Travel here with Lightning Strike. So there might be a chance that we can get the Survivor up to +3/3 in Hexproof. Unless they have both Lightning Strike and Jock, in which case we start the game over, but we probably have more powerful cards in the long game. Lightning Strike there. And let's see if they have the next Shock, Burst Lightning. Maybe Monstrous Rage? Felt like there was more stick. Scoop! Dude, we haven't even started yet. Come on. Can't scoop there. I think their hand must have been like 2 Monstrous Rages. That's my best guess is why they scooped. Alright, thank you for staying to the end. If you enjoyed today's video, please drop a like, a comment, a subscribe. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.